Jasmine, make sure you drink your water and eat your food.
No wonder she doesn't do lives on her IG and has been posting old photos on her social media accounts.
I'm trying, I promise.
Are you the father of Jasmine's baby?
I am not.
Jasmine and Gino were married in the United States of America back in June of year 2023. Then, fast forward around 6 months, Gino catches Jasmine cheating on him with a personal trainer at Planet Fitness named Matt, kicks her out of the house in December of year 2023. Then, as we can see here, The Last Resort Season 2 was filmed in March of year 2024. Before that, there were rumors of a reunion of the season when the cast members were spotted together in New York sometime in October of year 2024. However, the cast had then assembled to film the Between the Sheets episodes.
Gino, nice meeting you. Jasmine, I'll see you when you get back to Michigan.
Okay. To work out.
No, to not work out.
Oh, yeah.
I told you I don't want like a friendship.
Okay.
Gino and Jasmine's segment on The Last Resort was methodically planned to make Jasmine look like less of a sleut. Otherwise, why omit the fact that she was caught cheating on Gino before they arrived at the resort in December?
Jesus, I hope you're not in love.
No, I'm not in love.
I've trusted you.
I want us to be together. I don't want to get divorced. I want us to grow older together. I want us to make things work, baby, please. I haven't cheated on you, and it hurts me that you're accusing me. All I did was to be honest to you. And it hurts me that you think that way, Gino, because I swear to God, I haven't lied. Like I promise. Like he's a friend.
Jasmine's default mode on the show is when she's called out, she proceeds to fake cry and scream, complaining about how Gino hasn't had sex with her in 9 months. Well, 5 months ago, Gino kicked her out of the house for cheating. I'm assuming that her and Matt were physically intimate before she got eventually caught cheating. So if it was any other season, to be honest with you, like I've said in past videos, I could get behind her argument because we know that Gino has problems in the bedroom. He's got a corn addiction and a whole bunch of other psychological issues. However, this season, I can't get behind her argument because it's false.
I've been married to this guy almost a year. 9 months, he hasn't touched me. He has rejected me. I've been faithful to Gino.
And how embarrassing is it, Socks, that the network even hired Reba, who is an open marriage activist, not a licensed therapist, to help Jasmine convince Gino that the open marriage is the best way forward for their relationship. Anything except a divorce, because Jasmine's dream is to live in the United States of America. God forbid she has to go back to Panama and take care of the 2 children she abandoned there. Well, that's enough chat as Socks. Now that we're all on the same page and everyone is familiar with the proper timeline, let's get started reviewing The Last Resort tell-all, because boy oh boy was it sloppy, messy, and dramatic.
Say it in my face.
I just did.
Mother.
You have a bastard child. You standing there talking to me.
Oh, wait a second, you guys. We got one more thing to read for the timeline. I jumped the gun, did a bad. So, according to Shabuti, the 90 Day Fiancé blogger, The Last Resort tell-all was filmed in January of year 2025. Before that, there were rumors of a reunion for the season when the cast members were spotted together in New York sometime in October of year 2024. Am I the only one doing this fun group activity, trying to figure out when Jasmine got knocked up? If she wasn't knocked up during The Last Resort, she was knocked up shortly after filming The Last Resort. When we first saw Gino on The Last Resort tell-all, he told the audience that he's got some serious dirt on Matt and he's gonna make him cry. He hopes he shows up, which made me laugh because Gino is arguably the worst trash talker in the 90 Day verse.
Jasmine is not here with us right now. I'm told she's running late, but she will be with us soon.
Jasmine was late to the tell-all, and that was 100% on purpose for dramatic effect. I'm assuming the producers wanted all the cast members to be there so they could have this iconic scene of Jasmine walking past them with their head held high, smiling, because she's so proud of getting knocked up by another man outside of her marriage. Now, when Jasmine eventually arrives to the tell-all, she tells the audience right off the bat that she's trying to keep things cordial with Gino because they're still married. While saying that, she flashes her wedding ring, and I'm just thinking to myself, how much more can you embarrass this guy? You have some audacity to wear your wedding ring while being knocked up by the dude you cheated on him with.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you seem very happy.
Wow.
I am.
When are you due?
Prefer not to share.
So predictable, Chica. Prefer not to share because she doesn't want the fans of the show doing the math to try to pinpoint when exactly she got knocked up by Matt. Like I alluded to earlier in my video, there's a lot of fans speculating that Jasmine pulled a Nikocado avocado and has been posting a lot of old photos and videos in her camera roll to try and convince fans that she's still pregnant. But these fans believe that she's already had her kid with Matt.
Is it bad luck, like to give too much information before the pregnancy?
We have superstitions, my family. We don't say like how long you are or the gender.
Clap it up for Sean. The fix is in. That's one of the main questions that the fans of the show have for Jasmine, and there was no pressure at all.
It's like super inner circle.
All right. Well, how have you been feeling?
Bloated.
Rob's in his purple suit. He's about to go off. I feel like a manatee.
I feel like I'm a manatee right now.
Okay. Well, you're obviously just a...
How uncomfortable does Gino look? The host then asked Jasmine if she would like to say hello to Gino, and it is very awkward.
Hi.
Hi.
She saw how uncomfortable Gino is that Jasmine's pregnant in the room.
Are you the father of Jasmine's baby?
I am not.
Now, let's look on the bright side. At least Gino isn't on the hook for child support for the next 18 years.
Then it has to be Matt. Is that right, Jasmine?
Yes.
Matt is the father of your baby.
Yeah.
Baffling how chipper she is admitting this news. We need to bring back pride and shame because this is just getting out of hand.
Anyone surprised by that?
I'm surprised.
Do you guys realize how bad that looks on paper? How is that not marriage fraud? You have to convince the government that you're planning on spending the rest of your life with the American citizen, and then you cheat on them after only 6 months of being here? That is crazy. And then on top of it, she wants everyone to get behind her debaucherous lifestyle, to celebrate the fact that she got knocked up by another dude outside of this marriage, and she has responsibilities that she dumped on her baby daddy, that she dumped on her mother. You realize that sometimes she'll occasionally post about Wanse, but she never posts about his younger brother. She never posts about her other son, the one that's nonverbal, the one that has special needs. Why does she never talk about that kid?
Jasmine, was this a planned pregnancy?
No.
The host then asked Gino how he feels knowing that his wife, who he wanted to have a child with, is now pregnant with another man's kid, and this is Gino's response.
Well, of course, it's heartbreaking. I mean, we were talking about having a child together, but she told me, no, I don't want to have a child with you, and now she's having a child with another man.
We all saw this coming a mile away. It's hard to feel bad for Gino here. It's moronic to pursue a relationship with a woman that is that comfortable using people and discarding them. Something that's a huge ick about Gino for me is that he thrives by placing himself in the victim position. Here, for example, he wants sympathy from the audience. Well, then why help Jasmine get away with her fake storyline on The Last Resort Season 2? Does TLC really pay that well, or do you just want people to feel that bad for you? You know what I mean?
Florian and Rob.
Yeah.
You both told Gino
Yes.
that he would regret his decision
Yep.
to have an open marriage
Yep.
with Jasmine.
Yep.
Learning what we have just learned, what would you say to Gino?
I'm not surprised to see Jasmine eye roll when the host asked Florian and Rob to give their opinions on the situation, because Rob has seen through Jasmine's bullshit since day one. Florian, on the other hand, just spammed, "Why don't you have sex with your wife?" to Gino, because he was unaware that Jasmine already banged Matt numerous times before showing up at the resort. So for that reason, I believe the eye roll was solely directed at Rob.
I just knew that this was all a plan for Jasmine to be able to be with Matt. And it had nothing to do with an open relationship, had nothing to do with, oh, I think this will be healthy for us, and had everything to do with, how do I get to be with Matt?
Yeah, Rob is 100% correct here. Back in episode 17 of The Last Resort, when he mentioned that it would be more fair for Jasmine and Gino to select a new partner for the open relationship, even Stacy agreed, because that is more fair than having a third person be Matt, given Jasmine's pre-existing relationship with Matt. We all saw Jasmine get triggered and have a full-blown mental breakdown saying F you to everyone because she didn't get her way. Jasmine constantly plays the victim and puts on the waterworks every time she doesn't get her way in order to manipulate people into doing what she wants to do.
I couldn't care less about his opinion. His marriage didn't work well.
Neither did yours.
And yes, so what?
Mine looks a lot better than yours, though.
I take accountability.
For what?
So base, Jasmine has never taken accountability in her life. Rob just said to her what the majority of the fan base wants to say. Jasmine proceeds to say that she has taken accountability, but doesn't provide any examples of her doing so because there aren't any. It's so jokes.
My marriage not working.
So you take accountability.
I just keep,
so you take accountability for cheating on your husband and getting pregnant by another guy.
Christ. Do I have to explain myself to you?
No, you don't have to explain yourself to me.
Not Rob mimicking her accent. Rob's winning this little back and forth. It's actually not even close. This exchange alone makes the tell-all worth watching.
Outfit, by the
You are
way,
a cheating wife.
You look exactly
You are a cheating wife.
You are a clown. Okay? You are a freaking clown.
Yeah, and you're a pregnant whore.
Oh shit, there it is. Jasmine called Rob a clown and he called her a whore, which is accurate because Jasmine is the dictionary definition of that word. Jasmine proceeds to stand up and walk over to Rob in a threatening way. He responds by standing up himself because he doesn't know what she's gonna do. She appears like she's planning to attack him. Jasmine, very similarly to the Dirty Bird, has a history of getting violent with men, for example, Gino. So she then takes off her shoe and throws it at Rob, which is assault. Security, Benny, and Gino rush over to break up the fight between Jasmine and Rob. Jasmine asks what the f is wrong with him, but the question is, what the f is wrong with you, Jasmine? They were just talking shit back and forth, but she resorted to violence because he was honest with her. Words have no power over you unless you give them power. Jasmine could have just called him a whore back, but instead she chose to make things physical.
And I'm gonna talk my
Shut the up.
You shut the up. You're a whore. You're a whore is what you are.
Whoa, Gino out of left field. Now he wants a piece. He's gonna hop on Rob's back and start talking shit to Jasmine, huh? Calling her a whore and a hoe. Okay, here's my thing with this. Once again, he's not wrong because Jasmine is the dictionary definition of that word, but that's also the hoe that you chose to marry, Gino. And it shouldn't take Rob arguing with your wife, Jasmine, for you to become unglued. It just makes you look like a total incel. My peak of gaming was when I was playing Halo 3 and Modern Warfare with my friends after school, and the trash talk was elite. We had a very wide vocabulary. So for these guys, I mean, you can call Jasmine worse things than a whore. You might want to mix it up and throw some other words in there because it's very repetitive at this point.
You know, because she's a whore.
You're an idiot that sell your pictures online and stabbing your ass with butt plugs. And you call me whore. What the is wrong with you?
Wait, that's sus. So I spoke about this in my last video, Socks, but Rob used to sell nude pictures of himself for money back in year 2017. This isn't really a gotcha moment from Jasmine, though, because given her history, she was probably doing some questionable activities to pay rent as well.
Say it in my face.
I just did.
Mother.
You have a bastard child. You standing there talking to me while you're pregnant by your side guy.
Show the picture.
I don't support that.
Pictures of Rob selling his ass in gay pornography.
Socks, I got a stupid grin on my face right now because one, this is wildly entertaining, as messy as it is, and two, Jasmine just made a huge mistake on national TV that strengthens Rob's defamation case. So firstly, Rob brought up that Jasmine had a bastard child. Here's the dictionary definition of that. A child born outside of wedlock or to unmarried parents, a term that has now become outdated and offensive. So even though it's now deemed as offensive to a lot of people, it is an accurate description of what Jasmine has done. She does have a bastard child because she's not married to Matt. Now, on the other hand, what Jasmine publicly accused Rob of doing was gay pornography, which is the representation of sexual activity between males. That's not what Rob did. He was by himself taking nude photos and selling them to clients. She is so cooked.
Gay?
That's why you
I
hate
don't know
me,
about no gay
because
pornography.
I know the truth.
I don't know anything about that.
You want to see the pictures?
Yeah, I want to see the pictures. I want
See the pictures.
You want to see the pictures?
I want to see the pictures.
Where is my phone?
Yeah, Raw wants to see the pictures because what he did wasn't gay pornography. And for Jasmine to bring so much attention to that, you don't see Rob turning around and saying, let's talk about your OnlyFans. Let's talk about what you were doing before you met Gino on the Sugar Baby dating website. He's not bringing up her sexual history and how she used sex and her body to make money. So, I mean, honestly, it's a low blow. The reason why people don't see it that way is because a lot of people are offended that he used the word whore. If he used hoe, I think more people would agree with his take here.
Like, man, do I care about this goofy ass lady?
What an ugly ass. That's the ugliest butthole I ever seen in my life.
Wow, does anyone else find it odd how Sophie didn't stand up for Rob once, especially because they're still seeing each other? Say what you want about Rob, I understand a lot of people don't like this guy, but if a guy was coming at Sophie in a whack way, I guarantee Rob would have shown up for her. Sophie instead wants to comfort Jasmine because she's also a plastic user that entered a relationship with a man-child for a green card and a social media career. It's very apparent. Especially because of how she acted on The Last Resort, she was more interested in getting involved with the other couple's drama for screen time than actually working out her relationship with Rob.
She been waiting all week to talk about my ass. Okay.
Go and sell your butt plug pictures online, whore.
In Jasmine's mind, only she's allowed to call other people whores. For example, Lindsay, Gino's ex, Rob, and whoever Gino was on a date with in the new season of The Single Life.
It's true, Sean. I can show you the videos.
Okay, you're pregnant. We don't want you to get your
No,
blood
he's
pressure
an
up.
asshole.
Yikes, Jasmine really wants to show nude pictures of Rob to everyone, huh? To even go as far as to post his nudes to her audience of over 200,000 people on TikTok. I covered that in my last video. Here's a little flashback. March 27th, Jasmine posted a naked photo of Rob bending over on her TikTok. I've tried my best to blur out the photo in order to respect Rob's privacy. But as you can see, Jasmine wrote over the photo saying this. This is the man calling me a whore, the same that offers BJ for $500 to men. If you live in a glass house, you know the rest, LOL. And yes, I'm talking about the knob. The definition of revenge porn is revealing or sexually explicit images or videos of a person posted on the internet, typically by a former sexual partner without the consent of the subject and in order to cause them distress or embarrassment. Jasmine has over 200,000 followers on TikTok. This is beyond mean girl energy, and to make matters worse, her followers were laughing about this. Here's my thing with this, guys. Even if you don't like someone, it's actually evil to celebrate that someone with a massive platform like Jasmine took nude pictures that Rob posted back in 2017 that was a paid for purchase post, meaning he sold this picture for $500 back in 2017 and she reposted it to embarrass him. And then told a bunch of egregious lies. Check this out. Look at what she's writing in the comments. Brooke commented LMFAOY, and then Jasmine responded, "'Cause he claims he was faithful and didn't have intimacy for months with anyone while he was offering his services for money behind Sophie's back." That was way before he entered a relationship with Sophie. This post has nothing to do with Sophie at all, and you would think as an SW yourself, you would stop shaming other SWs or people that did that in the past. Guess not. Jasmine publicly stated that Rob offers BJ for $500 to men, which is untrue. Defamation of character in legal terms is the act of publishing a false statement that harms someone's reputation, which can be done through spoken word or written word. I mean, this just seems evil to me. Jasmine commenting, "Let's get one thing straight. These photos and videos of him are online because he sells them. He gave full consent the moment he put a price tag on them. Shout out to Reddit."
Do you know that God is listening to what you're saying, to what you're thinking? The same energy you give, it comes to you. in major proportions.
Rob didn't post those pictures, by the way. They got leaked, which fucking sucks. And to make matters worse, there's a bunch of Jasmine fans claiming that what she did isn't revenge porn, even though it's the dictionary definition of revenge porn. Jasmine took a screenshot of Rob's picture that was leaked on Reddit, spreading his butt that he sold back in year 2017. She then took that photo and posted it on her TikTok. If it was a woman that this happened to and some guy was slut-shaming a woman for selling a pay-per-view post that she sold back in year 2017, the reaction would be different. So I'm just noticing this double standard when it comes to how the men and women are being treated. And maybe the tell-all orchestrated this in a way, because to be honest, from how they laid everything out, they had the women sitting on one side, the men sitting on the other side.
I'm not gonna die down or sugarcoat any of the I have to say about Jasmine.
If I was Rob, the minute she threw a shoe at me, I would have walked out of the studio and called 911. That would have been so jokes to watch her get arrested.
You've been waiting all week just to try to talk about me because she knew I was coming for her ass. How the she gonna hide? How the she gonna hide if she's how's she gonna hide if she's pregnant by her side guy?
Thanks, brother. Dude, they're not that close, okay? Rob started that argument with Jasmine because he has a problem with Jasmine.
He's trying to like piss you off.
Yeah,
like,
stop.
But he's so good at triggering people.
I can't say I'm surprised. Sophie, the traitor out of left field. Would you tell the Sophie from years ago, the childhood Sophie, that she hopes she grows up and enters a relationship with a man that she could use for a green card, and let that Sophie know that she's not loyal to the reason why she's able to remain in the United States in the first place? It's such a load of bullshit.
Rise above, rise above it, you know?
I'm not gonna come here like to pretend like I'm a angel. Yes, I another dude, I'm pregnant, and I was in an open marriage. They're gonna call me whore. Whore is him.
Oh, whore is him. Burn. Got him. Like I've said on many occasions in my past couple videos on the show, Jasmine didn't discover this open marriage loophole. It was suggested to her by Reba, who's in an open relationship themselves.
I am a person who practices ethical non-monogamy, and I am married.
What?
Yes, my husband and I have been married for 9 years.
9.
Anyone that promotes consensual non-monogamy is an immoral bum that shouldn't be in a position to give advice to anyone. The dictionary definition of marriage states that it's between two people, and anything else is propaganda. I won't be covering that throuple couple on 90 Day Fiancé for that reason. And to make matters worse, they have children, which is something no one thinks about when they're defending these open relationships. Do you guys realize how embarrassing that is? I'm sure kids get bullied that have parents that are in open relationships.
He doesn't agree to an open marriage. So I'm very hopeful that Reba, as an expert, will actually guide me about what to do next, because I really feel lost.
On the show, Jasmine called Reba an expert because the network placed her in a position that grants authority, and Jasmine abused that authority to the point where in just about every single scene that Gino expressed he didn't feel comfortable with this open relationship, she pulls something like this.
Can I hug you?
I don't know.
Remember what Reba said to reconnect. Give me a hug. I am very tense. It was very uncomfortable for me.
Call me crazy, but one would assume, given the show's bio, that the purpose of these counselors was to provide expert guidance to the couples, not to give roadmaps to fulfilling their desires outside of their relationship with the person they went on the show with in the first place. It's actually so brain dead, and as an audience member, balance the teams. Why doesn't Gino get the same luxury as Jasmine? If anything, the other fake therapist pressured him into going through with the open relationship. It's such a missed opportunity. Here's the thing. I wasn't expecting the cheapo network to get us Tony Robbins or anything, but how about instead of fake therapists, you give us Benjamin and Akini?
You are loved.
It's just like everybody can come and attack me, but no one knows what I endure in my marriage.
Okay, what did you endure in your marriage that was so bad, Jasmine? By all means, tell the audience, because given what we've seen both on and off camera, we could argue that Gino endured a lot being with you as well.
Jasmine is a user.
Jasmine's
she's a manipulator.
A hoe.
Jasmine
is a hoe.
She finessed you.
She's a hoe. She's a hoe. Gino's like Brick from Anchorman, just spamming Jasmine as a hoe. Yeah, but you're a simpy cuck that made that hoe his wife and covered for her. Why not divorce Jasmine and send her back to Panama if you don't like her this much, Gino? That's my question.
Honestly, I think she got pregnant on purpose so that she could show up at this tell-all pregnant so that everybody would have her back and everybody be supportive. Jasmine, Matt,
All right.
that baby.
Hey,
Nah, Rob made a stinky winky in his pants. Leave the baby out of this. All the kids are the real victims of these trash TV relationships.
look, we have each other's back. Let's go back in.
Quicker we can get out of here, right?
Hey, I told y'all I was gonna talk my.
Okay, honestly, it's getting so cringe, you guys. So the guys walk back into the stage and Gino asks for a bathroom break. I'm not sure if it's a pee-pee or a poo-poo or something else, but if it was me, I would hold it because I wouldn't want to miss a minute of the chaos.
What the are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
Just when you think the argument is going to die down, Rob strikes again.
Natalie, you want to call somebody a hooker?
Go and
There's your
sell
hooker.
your butt picture.
That's your hooker.
Go and sell your butt
We
picture.
found her. Your hooker is right here.
Guys, she's pregnant. Like, you know.
I don't give a.
What a load of bullshit. Jasmine showed up pregnant. That's on her. 1. 2, she tried to fight with a full-grown man, putting her unborn baby's life in danger. But I'm not surprised that these robots are looking for any reason to provide an excuse for her. Now, to be fair, Rob's being very combative with Jasmine right now. He's got a big problem with her, and there's a lot of theories from fans as to why that is.
She's so manipulative and so conniving. She knew what that one thing she could do would be. I'm gonna get pregnant so that all the girls support me. You walked in and was like, I'm pregnant, and all the girls was like,
There it is. Rob made fun of Jasmine for expecting praise for getting knocked up by another dude outside of her marriage, and she threw another shoe at Rob. Rob then takes Jasmine's shoe away because she keeps throwing it at him. At first, he tries to break it, but he can't break it, which is pretty funny. Then he tries to borrow a lighter so he can catch it on fire. For obvious reasons, no one gives Rob a lighter, so he decides to open up the back door and chuck the shoe. The new season of Love on the Spectrum came out, and I love that show way more than 90 Day, to be honest. So I'm going to watch that with my girlfriend, but I'll give a more detailed breakdown in my next video. My What Socks, hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment below, subscribe. Let's be friends. Let's be friends.